Hear ye, and welcome to the Royal Geek Podcast. I am your host tonight, Sandy, and joining me, as always, is Trevor McGee and JD for the anime edition. We are here for part 2. That's right, boys. Throw them up. Part 2.
We're here, man.
Of Anime Madness Bracket.
One day later, you
Yes.
can tell because the hats are turned backwards.
And I now have on a jacket.
Yeah, that's right.
We are not still sitting in the same place.
Yes, we are not continuing this extremely long round 1 / potentially 2.
Or maybe
breakdown.
we are, and we broke it down because we care about the listeners.
That's right. We want
love you
you
guys,
to
man.
space it out. That's what it is. So what you guys are tuning into now is to listen to us break down round 1 of regions 3 and 4 because we went through the entertainment district and the Kami House district on the last episode. So we are going to dive in. We're going to dive in. Follow us on YouTube, Royal Geek Podcast, and on all of our socials at Royal Geek Pod.
We're on Twitter.
Yes, subscribe.
I'm personally running the Twitter account
There
now.
you go. We got Twitter. We got Trevor. We got myself on Instagram. So
And I will trash talk your posts, so follow us.
Yeah. So he definitely be ready, and you better come with the hot takes.
If you're not liking and subscribing, what are you doing?
I know. Please,
God.
exactly.
Other things.
Apparently
I understand.
more incredible things than listening to us talk about anime madness.
The waifus, man. I know, but it's fine.
All right. Enough of that. We're just gonna jump straight into business. We don't need to do any of the typical recommends.
If you listen to the first one, you're ready for the
Yep.
second one. If you didn't listen to the first one, you probably should.
Please go back.
Go back and listen to the part 1 of Anime Madness. So, anyway, with all that moving on, we are going to talk about the entertainment district, and with it being the entertainment district, obviously, the number 1 seed is Demon Slayer
Versus
Yes, sir.
Slime.
Yes,
Oh,
reincarnated as a
man.
slime.
So this is the big one.
this is huge.
It's a big
which
fight.
I feel like I feel like the results of the playing game leads me to believe that Slime actually is going to get smoked here.
Okay, Sandy, can we give our guesses? Since we
mean,
don't know, let's give our guesses.
I think my guess is going to be Demon Slayer, but and by a lot too, because I feel like it has developed such a cultural following that it's going to be hard to beat.
I say slime by 10.
Whoa! Big words
Listen,
from a big man.
I love it. I really do, because Slime is very, very good show. Dang, dude.
Let's jump to it.
Go ahead.
So it's Demon Slayer by 17. Before we say anything else, I want to ask you, because I like Slime. I also like Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer was a very important step for me into a larger world when I got back into anime. So like I'm very fond of both of these. And I watched all of Slime with a 7-year-old sitting next to me. So I'm fond of both. Which one is better, JD? Honestly, to you right now. You can have one. One must go.
I have to give an explanation, though.
Of
Go ahead.
course, that's what we're here for.
So
You literally have a mic in front of you.
Demon Slayer, I think visually is probably one of the best things since sliced bread, man.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge RPG person. So
Mm,
I'm
that
big
is
on
true.
slime. I am a huge RPG person, man. Most of the animes that I recommend are all RPG animes. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I respect that. I respect that genuinely on a number of levels, because unlike some other people in their slander, you actually have like educational thought behind it. Some people will take a good show and just crap all over it for no reason.
Which I don't understand. Like I said, Demon Slayer is amazing. I cannot take away from it. If you guys see the visuals of the breathing techniques,
yeah.
it's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
mean, it's like a certain nine-tailed fox boy, but neither here nor
Here's
there.
my thing with Demon Slayer. My thing, okay? Versus Slime, all right? I feel like Slime character development is on a whole other level, because
better.
not
It's
only
better and
is
it's
the
not
main
close.
character,
Yeah.
Rimuru, getting developed, but every single side character
It's
is getting
better.
developed.
Oh, for sure.
It's better and it's not close. So I read about this the other day, and they call it. They were talking about, I forget who we were talking about, but they call it a positive flat arc of development for the character, where the main character doesn't change, but changes those around him. Oh, they were talking about Goku,
Yes.
actually. Tanjiro is the type of Goku. Like, he doesn't really change.
Yeah,
He's a
that's true.
fully formed, like his morals, his character, what he is. What
He's
he
a
stands for.
constant, right? Yeah.
But the people around him become greater because of his influence, which is very cool.
That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, which is very cool. And Goku's the same way. Luffy is actually very similar.
Very much so.
Rimuru is not. Rimuru is kind of a degenerate dude.
He does
when
whatever
dies.
he wants, yeah.
Well, he dies and then he jumps in, and then like he has this well, I guess I'm here, I'm going to do this, which turned slowly over time into like a very, very, very genuine and sincere weight of ruling these people who now follow him because of his exploits.
Yeah.
And so it's cool.
It's one of those things where when you get reincarnated and you finally realize how powerful you are, you take to that power. Unlike Tanjiro, he doesn't really realize how strong he actually is, but he's just himself. So
and my boy got a little bit of plot armor too, a little bit. Tanjiro.
Really?
I think so. Like, he's survived some. I mean, the fight with
the most recent big battle,
the most recent one. Holy, I didn't think about that one.
He should not have made it through that.
Yeah,
but,
I want to be very clear. I don't mind plot armor. I think that stuff's cool.
I don't think he has it though.
The spider.
I don't think Tanjiro has plot armor.
He does have. I'm gonna wholeheartedly yes.
You guys are getting a front row seat to some fun stuff. We are all going back and forth.
I don't think it's as plot armor as most of these other.
The
MCs.
only reason. Hold on. No. It is plot armor because 100% because he is Tanjiro, because he is the demon slayer, quote unquote, that we're following through the story. Is the reason he didn't get waxed against in the most recent battle.
Gyutaro should have. Yeah, Gyutaro had that man on skates. And I will say, like, I finished the manga, and so I'm not going to give any spoilers, but like some of the explanations for things, like I love this trope. Everything about Tanjiro as a character I like. So like I want to be very clear. And plot armor doesn't bother me because I think it's really cool to have this person who, because sometimes in life you have plot armor. I had a bad car wreck like 8 years ago that I shouldn't have walked away from, and it was not a scratch on me. Like, why? I'm out here. I got my own reasons for this or beliefs, but like, you can't explain it. So Tanjiro, you go through a fight, you survive, cool. Like, what do you do with that time? And he does good things with the time that he's been given through these things.
That's true.
And he makes, so like, plot armor is, we use all these things as just pure derogatory remarks. It's not necessarily the case.
You know, Trevor, I feel like his sister has more plot armor than he does, though.
Well, she's a demon. She can't die.
Nezuko has so much more plot armor.
Sure. And when she would be, I mean, if you're gonna get
the girl in the box, man, of course she's.
Would you? You guys didn't never come into a literary critical breakdown, but I would say she was more of like a. She would be like a Mary Sue.
You think so?
Because she gets bit. She shouldn't survive. She does. Now she has all these powers, and also like
in the last arc.
And every time there's a time of need, all of a sudden she figures out how to do the thing.
Yeah.
Like I can do the blood, not blood bending, that's Katara, but explosive blood.
Yeah.
And now I'm doing this and I can get taller. Now I'm fighting on par with freaking Katara.
The blood web. Like
yeah,
that. Like,
and she's just like every and she does that the entire time. And again, that doesn't bother me. It's an anime. Like I expect
things like that are gonna happen.
Yeah, like I think it's cool. But like anyways. We love Demon Slayer. We love Slime.
We do.
I really like your take on why you like Slime more than Demon Slayer. I think it's well reasoned. Welcome to part 2, the well thought out part. Because the first part
we've had 5 more minutes to decipher.
It was 5 more days. It's been days.
Sorry,
it's been days.
Anyway.
I only own one hoodie. All right, next matchup. Right, Demon Slayer wins. We're all sad.
The next matchup is number 8, Neon Genesis Evangelion versus my favorite, number 9, Naruto.
Whew, what do you guys think?
I mean,
if Naruto doesn't win this, then we are canceling
standoff. Evangelion is so good.
Nobody said it wasn't, but a lot of people haven't seen it.
That is okay.
A lot of people who have not seen it are missing out. I promise
agree.
you that, because it is one of those
it's
one of the Neon Genesis is one of those animes to where it's literally eye-opening. Like it is one of those ones that you are shook to your core.
So there's a line from it, and I sent it to a friend today because I forgot it was in there. But I saw it. You know, you get the ads on Instagram.
Yes.
Somebody was like, "You should buy anime clothes," and I was like, "No." But the line was super cool. The suffering is worth it because I am here. And like that's deep. That's profound. There ain't one moment in Naruto that carries the weight of that one line.
Nope. I agree.
Like
100%.
the way that they handle like PTSD, traumatic issues with your parents, like the burden of leadership and the responsibility of being the chosen one. Shinji gets just wrecked, does not want this, is forced into it. It's completely, there's the moral quandary of, and Fire Force has a similar one actually, powering the plants as a person. Like, just because you are the chosen one, what does that mean?
That's true.
Should you have to go pilot the Evangelion because you are?
Yeah,
like,
that's a great point.
Idiot Shinji. Anyways, all that to say, I love Neon Genesis, and it lost by 6.
By 6
to Naruto.
It's not that close.
To you.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
6 points is pretty close.
Naruto wins, which we love. We love Naruto winning. How do you feel about that? Give us
You know what? This is a pro Naruto podcast.
It is pro. It is.
Yeah.
I love the positivity, man.
I freaking hate this show.
It's such a good show.
But you know what? It's okay because.
And honestly, I was thinking about this. So the next thing I'm gonna really for real watch is gonna be Naruto. I'm gonna pull all the freaking filler episodes out so I can get done with it faster. And I'm gonna come back on this podcast in like 5 months, and I'm going to like viscerally attack you.
You know what? You want to do it at the same time? I need to do rewatch.
We can do it.
I need to rewatch. But are you gonna do? Are you gonna skip Naruto and just go to Shippuden, or are you gonna do?
We can talk about that offline.
Okay.
Maybe the three of us can do that. We can come back.
You're gonna have a change of heart after this, huh?
Maybe we'll see.
This could be his hero arc.
Listen, if somebody's doing it with me, I'll rewatch it.
We can do a trip rewatch and come back in October with it.
He's gonna get that mean ceiling jutsu tattoo on him.
I'll come back with I'll have my headband on.
Yeah, have the Hidden Leaf Village like tattooed on your chest.
Sure,
all right,
sure.
Next up.
All right, next matchup. This is where it's gonna get good, man. I love this. Number 5, My Neighbor Totoro versus number 12,
Jesus Christ,
Kiki's Delivery Service. So I've watched both of these very, very recently, and there's just something about Studio Ghibli, man. Like these movies are just on a whole other level. Kiki's is a vibe, but like Totoro is just a story that is like very compelling. Listen. I feel like My Neighbor takes it here, but I would not be shocked if Kiki pulls us out.
Honestly, I think Kiki is one of those ones that really touched home to me because she's a witch that couldn't do much at first. So
True.
I feel like that one is one of the biggest ones to me. I love My Neighbor Totoro, but I feel like it didn't have as much of an impact on me as Kiki
The
did.
visuals, though, in My Neighbor was, I mean, just the giant cat bus. Come on, man. Like, that was wild, man. And yes, cool. Kiki does, like, she flies around on a broom and all that kind of stuff, right? That's great and fantastic. And the visuals of flying over the ocean and the clock tower, saving the boy, like, fantastic, right? But My Neighbor, man, it hit like the heart too, man. It was incredible.
It's just the story for me. I feel like the story for Kiki to me was a lot warmer.
Okay,
It's very
fair.
warm.
That's
warm,
fair.
warm like a cake in the oven. It's from Kiki.
Yeah, that's right.
So, all right, you guys ready for the score?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you guys ready? Because I didn't listen to anything y'all said.
I hope so.
I did not listen to one word y'all said because of what I'm about to say out loud.
Say it.
It is a tie.
What?
No way.
No.
Swear to God.
No way.
A tie to the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9th decimal place.
Holy crap.
It is a straight tie. And I'm going to go further with the decimals to see where, like, how much further can we take this thing?
I didn't think it was actually going to be that close.
Honestly, like when you look at it on paper, though, like they're
pretty solid.
They're quality.
I mean, it's a full tie. It's a whole tie.
You know what? I did not think we were gonna have this in this bracket though.
But you said 9 decimal points.
9 decimal points. Yes.
I feel like after the 6th one, it's a tie. It doesn't matter.
So
Yeah, but you got to move somebody on.
yeah, it literally says winner is NA on my little.
Are you serious?
I swear. I wouldn't. I mean, at this point, I wouldn't BS you guys. Like it's full.
point.
Yeah, at this point, it's
what do we do?
So we told you real time. So we are not BSing you guys when we say this is
Yo.
not scripted.
And you know what? Here we go. This is how we decide this. You ready? This dude's Kiki. I'm My Neighbor. It's gonna come down to Trevor
Jesus
McGee
Christ.
with the
Lord.
vote.
Oh,
Let's
God.
go, man. Get this vote. You are the deciding factor here. Who are you going for and why?
We need explanations.
No, I'm about to. So, Impact, Totoro carries for sure. I like the aesthetics.
It's literally the logo for.
I
Ghibli.
know. I like the aesthetics and the offbeatness of Kiki.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going Kiki. I like it. I think that
I feel so crushed right now.
I like the character.
You don't know how happy I am.
I like the.
You just love my misery.
I
That's all you
do.
do.
It's
You feed
entertaining.
off of it.
I
Man.
love the characters. I think that the dynamic between her and the boy is cute. I think that I honestly, it comes down to like, and every Ghibli movie has a moment like this, but for whatever reason, when I watched it most recently, and of the two, and it hit me when she goes to the city for the first time.
But the Totoro song.
I know, but let me finish. And the Totoro food. When she goes to the city for the first time, and it's just hell. It sucks. And then she's at her wit's end, and the baker lady takes her in like it ain't nothing but a thing, and it's so sweet to her. And then the husband makes her the sign up and puts the sign up for her.
Yeah.
It was just, there was moments that were really warm and grounded in like a pseudo reality.
It did. It did
And
have
so,
those
like,
moments.
I could easily, it's a coin flip. I watched Kiki most recently,
Mm-hmm.
and
Fair
so
enough.
That's
fair.
about, yeah.
That's fair. I do feel like my neighbor is better, but I'll go ahead and concede. To
I
you
could-
guys.
I appreciate that, man.
I'm here for you guys. Yeah.
Are you gonna get see
Literally-
with Naruto?
Never.
Literally,
Never.
we could come back for when we do our third episode tomorrow, because it's not going to be tonight.
Yeah.
And I might feel differently.
Yeah.
But right now it's Kiki. All
Okay.
right. So
All right.
write that down, and then next.
Moving on. Number 4, Howl's Moving Castle versus number 13, Gurren Lagann.
You know,
You're shitting.
before we get to these numbers, man, send off. Tell me what you feel.
What I feel, I mean, Howl's Moving Castle has one of the best dubs. Like, I mean, Christian Bale. Like, come on. Like, you can't get any better with that.
If I'm not mistaken, Kiki was Kirsten Dunst.
It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah.
It was.
So
A
watch out.
young Kirsten Dunst.
Pre Spider-Man.
But
Pre-Toby.
Yes, you're right. Yes.
Pre-Tobes.
These are all facts that
Yeah.
you're saying right now.
Pre-Tobes.
But Gurren Lagann, man, it was good, man. It was one of those that kind of it was kind of a staple at one point.
It's
I
a
agree.
tie.
Are you kidding me?
That's why I said a swear word
Dude,
on the podcast.
this is a tough bracket, man.
We said this was yeah.
I said that this was the murder bracket, like, or one of the murder brackets.
There are
yeah.
multiple murder brackets. So we need to go ahead and litigate right now which one moves on.
So let me just say this. I feel like this is one of the hardest choices for me, only because Gurren Lagann, man, it was probably my 5th anime I've ever watched, and it was one of those ones that really brought me into it, man. You're drilling into the sky, into the heavens, man. But then you also have Howl's Moving Castle has one of the best soundtracks I've ever heard. It's so tough, man. You got the fireplace, which is very warm, bring you in. It's
We're gonna make
hard.
him the deciding factor this time.
He
What are
might-
you picking?
This one's a lot tougher. I don't know.
Do you want to be who wants to be the deciding vote? I don't want it this time. The weight of responsibility is too much.
I'll be the deciding vote.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oof.
Because I can go either way. Which way are you going?
Oh man, for me it's Howl. That's
Okay,
Howl's
I'm
Moving
gonna say
Castle.
Gurren Lagann because much more underrated, similar to like a Dragon Ball, as far as it set the stage for a lot of future things.
It did. It really did set the.
But Howl's
stage.
is like freaking iconic.
Mhm.
I also didn't want to pick a low seed again, so you get to choose.
That's fair.
It sucks. I feel like it's a hard but easy decision. I'm gonna go Howl's.
All right.
Only because
Yep.
it brought a lot of history about the war that was going on at that time.
Yep.
When it came out, it brought a lot of things that we didn't know about. So when you go back and watch it, you're like, this is very relatable for the time. And
Yeah.
they brought a lot of that warm essence in with Howl and what he was going through with trying to make sure he maintained his home and helping fight wars.
And plus,
It
you
was-
have Christian Bale doing his Batman voice for the entire time.
Yeah, it was very warming. I feel like Howl's
Yeah.
Moving Castle was one of those ones that just brought you in. It was very homey.
I agree.
All right.
I agree, man.
So we got Howl's moving on.
Moving on.
Next up.
All right. The
Golly,
second
no more
half.
ties. I don't want any
Second
more
hope,
ties.
half.
I hope not, man. This
Yeah.
is getting crazy.
The second half of the Entertainment District region. We have the number 6 seed, Princess Mononoke,
Ooh.
versus the number 11 seed, Black Clover.
Not a tie.
Not
you
a
guys
tie.
can pick. Stop glancing over here. You're trying to see what's
Okay,
happening. I see you trying to
so-
sneak peeks.
So, Princess Mononoke, it truly is a phenomenal, like, done film. Right?
I
It is,
agree.
like, cinematic film, right? Like, it is done well, right? Black Clover is like anime at its like purest form.
That is a very true statement.
The power ups, the battle scenes,
Power of friendship.
the power of friendship, the dynamics between quote unquote like a rival versus
Yep, rivals. You
yeah.
have goofiness.
Yes, there's goofiness in there, and so because of that, I feel like Black Clover is going to be the 11th seed moving on over this.
I think I agree.
You both are correct. It won by 6.
But don't get me wrong, Princess Mononoke is
Very
quality film.
Asta
is what
said,
I'm
"I'm
saying.
not done yet." That's what he said.
No, he does not give up.
Also,
Never giving up is his
that's
superpower.
Right. Yeah. My superpower is never giving up.
You would never think that a Ghibli movie would lose, but
I mean, Black Clover
played itself.
That is the real. What you just said about that might be Black Clover might be the most anime of all the anime on this list.
Honestly, it really. Because I got to turn my hat around. What we got to do here? This is my Asta hat. I'm wearing my Asta hat right now. I can't turn it around, man. But
it's not my favorite. But as far as like, if I was gonna say this is what anime is, like that is what anime. Like there are other things that are also like that is just like. And I think that's a turnoff for some people that it's so like,
and it has those tropes too. It has like the anime tropes. Like
it's so tropey.
But
I think it's charming and great.
It has
charming.
It has all the good qualities.
Yeah,
charmy. So
it does have charming.
Yeah. Anyway,
that was a little cringy, but it's fine.
I'm here all night, ladies and gentlemen. Literally all night. All right, so we're gonna move on.
Black Clover moves on. This is the upset bracket right here.
Here we go.
We've already had 2 or 3.
Listen, saying that upset bracket makes me scared for the next pick.
What's the next pick?
Number 3, Yu Yu Hakusho.
Okay.
Versus number 14, Tokyo Ghoul.
Really?
So with him saying this is the upset bracket, there is no listen. Okay, I feel like Tokyo Ghoul's OP. Like I know I scored it high when I took the quiz, but I also scored Yu Yu pretty high too because like. It's good. It's good too.
The only downside though is the animation for Tokyo Ghoul is way better than Yu Yu Hakusho because of the time, man.
But the storyline in Yu Yu Hakusho is, I think, better.
It's very layered. It's
because you hit season 2 of Tokyo Ghoul and it's trash.
Yeah, but like not only is the storyline overall good in Yu Yu Hakusho, but the individual character storylines. Oh yeah,
they build.
So
on the
if this isn't, I feel like the reason that Yu Yu moves on is because of the story. But if it does not move on, we have a bunch of people out there who are voting based on their visuals.
I don't think you remember me talking to y'all last time about the one shots they have Yu Yu Hakusho where they had like Hiei and Kurama doing their own thing before everything even happened, where they met each other for the first time, and they gave us some backstory to how they came to be. So, man, it's
you guys are
good.
Really sweating this. What's your score? What's your margin?
Yu
Yu by what?
20 points.
20 points, Yu.
I think he clears by like 20. Yeah.
Okay, it loses by 4.
Are you kidding me?
Whoa.
Hold on. Are you serious?
I'm.
Oh my God! It lost to Tokyo Ghoul by 4 points.
That's the one. That's the one that
Oh man!
It's not that I take pleasure in it, but I was waiting to see the responses.
Dude, whoever took this quiz, man, y'all throw hands with me right now.
Listen, hold on a second, man.
But before you say anything, we need to take a moment because this is, like, I think when our favorite animes go down, we need to have a moment.
Oh no, I don't need a moment. They're going to run me my fade, so
so Sandy, tell us why it should have won. Tell us why it's one of your GOAT. This is when we did our ranking. It was your GOAT.
This is the anime, like my anime. This is my anime right here. Yusuke Urameshi is quite possibly one of the best MCs to ever exist.
Preach.
Okay. And not only is he willing to go toe-to-toe with anybody and everybody, but like his development into his background and like his father and like just all of that going down. And not only that, but then you see the development between not only his girlfriend and his mentor. Like it is just absolutely incredible on all aspects of his development. His, like I said, his father development, his girlfriend development, his mentor development. It's all there. It's all incredible, and it's all, you're there to follow it. And then his best friend and his relationships, how they grow with Kurama and Hiei and Kuwabara. It's just, I don't understand how that loses. And I swear to you, Evan, if this is your fault, I'm gonna come for you, bro. I promise you.
To Tokyo Ghoul. Oh my God, yo! I am literally baffled. Like this is probably one of the most heart-wrenching moments I've ever had, guys.
Like I honestly am so discouraged right now. Like I feel.
I get the OP is amazing, but like once you get past season 1, it's trash.
If you could say, what's your, like, in memoriam, rest in peace. Like, look into the camera and give us a eulogy. Like,
but I will say this though, in defense of what happened, the outcome. If you leave Tokyo Ghoul as a one-off, it wins.
You think so?
but because of
I don't think so.
As a one-off, it's good. Season 1 is really, really good.
Yeah, but I still don't think the story is as developed. Yusuke's character.
Stop! You're tearing him apart.
Overall, Yu Yu Hakusho is like another level.
Yusuke's character development.
It's the difference.
Yu Yu Hakusho's about to get a live action, which I'm scared. I'm scared about.
We're all scared. Netflix, leave us alone.
Tank now that everybody's voting against it.
Yeah.
Leave us alone, Netflix. Let us enjoy our things, please.
Gosh, dude, I'm so pissed. Look, can we just move on? I'm done.
Let's
go.
I'm done.
What's the next one, man?
The next one is number 7, Bleach versus Grave of the Fireflies.
Oh, that's easy.
What's the number? What's Graves' number?
10. Number 10. Sorry.
Yeah.
Number 10.
All right. What you guys got?
Bleach.
It's got to be Bleach.
It is Bleach.
Yeah.
It's by 24.
All right.
Yeah, I think there was no comparison, especially this final arc, man.
Yeah.
It's clearing.
And I think also Grave of the Fireflies, I think people were maybe too emotionally invested where they just didn't want to relive that moment.
You know what?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Crazy enough, I feel like Grave of the Fireflies is one of the bottom tier Studio Ghibli movies.
Whoa.
I'm not saying
Okay.
by no means is it bad, but
They're all top tier.
Yeah,
honestly.
I don't
That was a
think
lot of
it's-
words in a sentence you just used.
I don't think it's one of the top ones. Like if it's, I would say if like Princess Mononoke or My Neighbor Totoro went against Bleach, it'd be a harder choice.
Yeah.
But
Well, for sure. I think that Grave of the Fireflies has lesser animation.
Yes.
Like it's,
agreed.
but
Agreed.
an impact is obviously much smaller. I think.
Right.
I think.
Story.
I think the story is better. I think the story. I think
so
it's
much
the
better.
best Ghibli story.
You think so?
I think story by itself. Like that's all I'm saying. Story.
okay, I
All
can see that.
Moving on as we deal with my depression.
Come back to us, Sandy.
It's going to be number 2, Spirited Away,
Okay.
versus number 15, Toriko.
If Spirited Away loses, I swear to God, I'm burning this place to the ground.
31
You're gonna
points.
pull Anthony Anderson and Harold Kumar. Let's burn this mother to the ground.
Right.
31 points. Toriko wins.
Oh, no way. Get the
kidding,
hell
kidding.
out of here, dude.
31 points. Spirited Away.
Is that the biggest margin we've had?
not.
No.
No?
The whatever the one in the Kame House with 33 was the biggest one.
Yeah.
Oh, we're close though.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest margins
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
Dude.
We are getting
A
there.
spanking.
I feel like Spirited Away is one of those. It's not underrated at all, but it's one of those top tier.
It could still be underrated. Like it can like
Well,
in a
I feel
manner
like-
of speaking,
I feel like
Michael Jordan is underrated. Like
Okay, that's what I was gonna get at.
Yeah.
It's all about recency, and I feel like
I
because of when Spirited Away came out, people are not giving it the chance. When Jordan played, people were all about like the hype wagon, right? Like he truly is amazing. He's phenomenal. But now everybody's all new gen, right? It's like what's in front of them right now.
Like
what
Tokyo Ghoul.
What are they living? Get the heck, dude! I'm freaking hate you for that. I was moving on. Anyway,
I'm so sorry.
Moving on. All right, let's.
Michael Jordan.
This podcast needs to end right now because I need to throw hands with Trevor real quick.
I didn't do it.
All right. We are moving on to the Transfiguration Circle.
Are we done? Who all moved on?
Sorry.
Who's our movers?
I don't even want to say these movers again.
You can skip one.
Okay. Demon Slayer is moving on to place Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then Kiki's moving on to play Howl's Moving Castle.
Ooh.
And then Black Clover is moving on to face Tokyo Ghoul. Black Clover, come on, man. Give me my revenge. Gosh, man. I'm going to channel my inner Asta right here. Okay. Bleach is going to play Spirited Away. In
All
round
this
2.
Ghibli on Ghibli violence.
It
man.
is.
Ghibli on
It's
Ghibli violence
insane. It
forever.
truly is insane. It really is. But
Transfiguration
all right,
circles up on
here we
deck.
go. Transconfiguration Circle
Full Metal?
on deck. Full Metal Alchemist
Versus?
Blue Lock.
Yes,
Really?
Oh, why does this have to happen to me?
it is. There's a mud hole stomp. It's a whooping for Full Metal wins.
Okay,
I'm
because
not
I feel like
necessarily upset with
listen,
I'm not.
In my personal heart, like they're very good. Like Full Metal is phenomenal, top tier, like my top 5 animes of all time. But Blue Lock is climbing.
I agree.
It is
it is.
climbing. But I just hate to see Blue Lock go out. But I understand it and I support it. Full Metal moving on.
Yeah, it is. That was the level of whipping that Isagi first got when he got to Blue Lock. when he figured out what things were
When
really
he figured
about.
out, yeah.
Yeah.
You said how many points was it again?
29.
Okay.
Oh, that
all right.
was a big
Still not the largest margin.
Not the largest.
Nah, but it's
big.
pretty big though.
All right. Moving on to the next round. 8, Moriarty the Patriot versus 9, Soul Eater. If you would have asked me this question on who is a better anime a month ago,
You would have said Soul Eater.
I would have said Soul Eater.
Moriarty's pretty good.
But I just finished Moriarty, and this is hands down not even a competition.
You know,
Moriarty takes the cake.
You know
here.
what's crazy? You telling me how good Moriarty was got me starting to watch Moriarty.
No,
so
my wife and I.
good.
So my wife loves mysteries. So like that's we're on deck.
This
for
is
that.
it.
Yeah, it's gonna.
This is it, man. I'm telling you, it is so freaking good, man. I've finished it, and it is incredible.
I'm really sorry.
They lost to Soul Eater.
Yeah, it was close though. 4 points.
You know why though?
So I mean,
I feel like a lot of the main people watch Soul Eater more. Moriarty's really kind of it's underground. I hate to say it, but it really is.
It is, and like
It is, yeah.
significance plays a large part in these. Like it's. I mean, at the end of the day, it's fan voting.
Yeah,
It is.
This
Yeah.
is facts.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Moriarty's good though. It's solid. Don't sleep on it.
Don't sleep on it. It's good.
Alrighty.
You hog a show.
Why?
I'm sorry.
Stop talking about that, man. You're
I'm
taking me out
sorry.
of freaking my zone right now.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
He's gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right.
The sadness is
I need
taking over.
some like therapy like right now.
God said you're gonna make it.
Yes, yes. All right.
Trevor, can you be our Dr. Phil?
No, I cannot. Not here.
All right. Number 5, Psycho-Pass
Okay.
versus number 12, Sword Art Online.
You know, I have some very big discrepancies with this.
I have some very big thoughts.
Psycho-Pass, I feel like is very good because it's a really good cop anime.
Yeah, it is.
And they do it very well with the animation and everything. But Sword Art Online really touched home because they had some sad parts, man.
Yeah.
The Christmas episode
Yeah.
was one of the saddest I've seen in anime.
I feel like Sword Art takes it here, but because of that season 1, man, that season 1 was just
phenomenal. Actually, Altization is really good.
No, it is. Alicization is good, but I feel like everyone still keeps in the back of their mind like how good it was watching Sword Art for the first time.
I agree, but Psycho-Pass
I wouldn't sleep on it either.
is fairly good.
Yeah.
15 points, Sword Art.
Okay.
And Psycho-Pass might be our weakest 5 seed.
Really?
Ooh, okay.
I can't remember, but it feels like
Okay.
I have slept since the last podcast. I did. We went to bed and all that. So we're feeling great, but I am forgetting.
Right.
Do y'all think Psycho-Pass is one of those underrated animes?
I do.
I think
I
so.
do.
Similar to what you said about Spy Family, the slice of life, like it's just not something that fits in that.
But it's
vein.
not really a slice of life.
No, what I'm
No,
saying
no,
though
no,
is
no.
it's
It's
a
like
cop.
it's a niche. It's like it's a cop,
Okay, I
detective,
yeah,
like
yeah.
partner. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
so
it
like
is.
you have to be looking for that, and most, I would say by and large, again, like anime first and foremost are known for the fights,
Yeah, this is true.
and
Very
like
much so true.
you're never gonna. There are anime that span all kinds of things, you know, but that's where everything came from.
Yes.
And so when you have an anime that doesn't have great fights, if it doesn't have a lot of other strong things, it's hard. It gets hard.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Sword Art
it makes sense.
brought a lot of that entertaining aspect. Again, the RPG anime. This was the first time you've seen somebody get stuck in an RPG like this,
Yeah.
and I can understand.
And
that.
it's like a fusion as well. Like I mean, it's the RPG anime, but like it's also like a makeshift isekai as well because
Exactly,
it's-
yeah.
But then again, it's not because the world that they live in, they are stuck in the VR, so it's already their established world.
But they also have their slice of life aspects
That's
where
true.
him and freaking
Asuna,
Asuna
yeah.
go and sit down in a cabin somewhere by the lake. So
yeah, exactly.
I mean, it got
and
everything.
try to settle
yeah,
down.
catching giant fish. You know, it's crazy.
But anyway, I agree with the decision.
I do
So,
too. I think it's fair.
Moving on, number 4, truly the favorite for JD, Magi, Labyrinth of Magic, versus number 13, Haikyuu. So
I feel like this is an upset too.
this is an upset as well.
The reason I
agree.
say this is because a lot more people
Stop
watch.
glancing over. I see you trying to take
A lot
peeks.
more people watch Haikyuu. I can't be mad. A lot of the people that I've told to take the poll and everything as well, I tried to get onto Magi because Magi realistically is one of those underground anime that a lot of people have not watched. Trevor,
No,
but-
I'm laughing. I'm laughing because you said everybody that tried to get to take the poll also got.
Told them to.
He's like, hey, take
He's
this
trying
poll.
to skew it. He's trying to
But-
skew it. We'll watch
but
Magi
you
real
need
quick.
to real quick.
No, this
before
is
you-
before this.
Oh,
though.
I
okay,
do feel like when that Magi is on Netflix, it's been more widespread to
Dude,
the,
Netflix
the
is
people
the
out there.
gateway
Yeah.
to getting things
Yeah.
popularized.
So I feel like Magi might actually sneak away with this, but I feel like Haikyuu wins.
I
feel
don't
like
think
Haikyuu
so. I
wins.
think Haikyuu wins. It's so much more controversial. I think Haikyuu touched a lot more people.
Yeah.
2-point margin of victory for Maggie.
Really?
Let's
But-
go.
Hey, that
Wow.
actually
At
makes me
At
very
least one of
happy.
us gets our favorite when we move on.
tough. It's tough in these
This
streets.
makes me happy. You don't know
It's tough
how
in these streets.
ecstatic I am about
dude,
this.
I'm so pissed right now, man. I'm happy for you, but I'm pissed.
I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch it now. That's how happy I am. It's crazy.
You do that. All right, moving on to the second half and the final match.
Second half, final round one, baby.
Round one.
Let's go.
We have number 6, Mob Psycho 100 versus number 11, Ghost in the Shell. And I also feel like this is another definitive factor on our age group on
I don't
the
think
polls.
so. I don't think so.
No?
You want me to tell you why?
Tell me why.
Mob Psycho is one of those shows that a lot of people wouldn't watch because it's a detective show.
Would you say it's would you say it's underrated though?
100%. A lot of people don't really know about Mob Psycho. One, because of the animation style. A lot of people that I know can't get into it because of that. But Ghost in the Shell is one of those ones that some of the older viewers have seen just because. Mob Psycho, not so much. So I think this one can go either way.
Who played Ghost in the Shell in the actual movie?
Scarlett Johansson.
That's right. That's
Yep.
right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And then, so my issue with Mob Psycho, the only thing about it, I have a hard time with characters whose aesthetic I don't find appealing.
Mm-hmm.
And Mob is cool. I do not find his aesthetic appealing.
And that's the thing. That's what deters a lot of people. That's why
they took One Punch Man because it's the same guy. They took One Punch Man and they said, let's do it even more and further. And I was like,
but you can't say the animation is not amazing though.
it is. And so that's why
And
this is
OP,
actually.
there's the OPs are good.
This
too.
one is one of the ones that made me the most sad because it lost by 4 to Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh, Ghost
You
in
know
the
what?
Shell coming through.
I did say it though.
Wow.
You did say
I
it.
did. So I mean,
Okay.
I'm not surprised. It's one
Okay.
of those things
It's
that
Garjo, baby.
I thought could happen.
That's
the
what it
original
is.
Asian
That's what it
actress.
is.
The
The
original
original- is that the
Asian
original?
actress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ghost in the Shell is a lot more popular than people think it is.
Yeah, I mean,
That was
the
like-
visuals are truly
like
stunning.
10 years
They
ago
are.
or whatever, that was
Yeah.
like one of the that was one of the biggest, like, we're trying to cross anime into the
Listen,
mainstream.
Right.
When you were first watching, Ghost in the Shell is one of the ones where like you didn't want your parents to walk in when you were watching that kind of
Right.
thing, like that kind of because like the animation was so like vivid.
It's because
like,
the booty.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So
I'm not mad about that.
no.
Actually.
You're not mad about the booty?
Oh,
Oh, he's
mad about
never,
that.
he's never, he's trust me, he is never mad about that. Anyway,
Oh, my
But
gosh.
I definitely think they deserve the
Yeah.
win.
We're about to
I
have to
agree
say
too.
this is a Royal Geek After Dark. Let JD just talk
Oh, my
about the,
God.
18 plus, guys.
about,
No,
the, about
yeah,
the
yeah.
cheeks.
Get
All
into my
right.
mind.
All right.
Cheekcast.
moving on. Number 3, My Hero Academia versus number 14, Iran Host Club, which I feel like this has got to be a clean beating.
Sweet, yeah.
Oh my gosh, My Hero takes it by. I think this is the largest margin of victory. It's gonna be like 35.
Holy crap, it is the largest margin of victory.
Really?
It's
Okay.
38.
Ooh,
Dang.
gosh,
38.
Okay, for
that
you
is
guys,
a massacre.
for you guys that
Have not seen it,
slander
yeah.
Iran Host Club, man, I want to say it's one of the best developed things. You have a
Yeah.
female that's joining a male organization that they think that she's a male.
This Mulan.
It is, but different
With
because
hosting.
she's
It's
actually
Mulan / reverse harem. That's what it is.
But it really drives home though. It has its moments. I'm not gonna say it should have won. It
Listen,
definitely. I'm glad
yeah.
it lost, but
Yeah.
I feel
It's
like
enjoyable.
It
It
should-
is a very.
I feel
enjoyable
like it
movie.
shouldn't have been this far apart. Though.
I
It's
honestly
just it's
God,
the matchup. It's a matchup.
I
problem.
agree. I agree. I get what
yeah,
you're saying.
yeah, no. 38 points seems steep.
That's crazy though.
Yeah.
38 points.
That's crazy.
You can tell who hasn't watched Iran Host.
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
You really can. You
And
really
he's
can.
sitting here.
It's crazy because Iran Host Club was
It
actually
is good. Man.
it was
It's
actually
solid.
the second anime I've ever watched.
Okay.
After what was it? It was
Ippo.
Bakken Test.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't Dragon Ball Z.
No, Bakken Test was my first anime I've ever
How?
watched.
How is that the first? You're a weird dude.
I told
need
you
to
I
get
watched a
dinner.
lot of underground anime, man.
To start with?
Trust me, he
Yes.
still watches a lot. Of
I know.
I know,
All right,
it's
all right.
crazy.
I love it though.
On
Anyway.
deck, on deck.
All right. Number 7, so near and dear to my heart here. 86
Oh, they lost.
versus number 10, Bungo Stray Dogs.
Bungo was amazing.
Which,
Bunghole
first off-
Stray Dogs.
First off, Bungo is now starting to heat up in the
I
new
know,
season
it's
right
getting
now. It is
crazy.
getting wild right now.
Dude.
But 86, man. I promise you this, okay? As far as anime in the last 5 years, 86. Oh my gosh, the last episode had me like in tears, man.
You got me. I mean, I'm queuing it up.
I-
You got me like wanting to watch it.
I promise you, like I was in tears.
But Bungo's main character, I think I like more than a lot of main characters.
Here's the problem with Bungo, though. All right, Bungo has a timeline issue. Okay, because as the seasons go on, you don't really know
what's going on,
where they're at. Like, you know, they're flashbacks, but you don't know where the heck they're at. And for honestly, the first 3 to 4 episodes of this new season 4, I was like, what is going on? Like,
I agree.
Why are we here right now? Like,
it's just like Attack on Titan was like part 6, huh?
Oh, honestly, yeah, you might be right. So anyway, I got to hear this, man. Tell me 86. Tell me 86.
So it's a tie.
No way.
I promise. Big time. But it's a tie with the basketball score when we get into the percentages by 0.4, 86.
Okay.
If I would have told you coming into this that all of your favorite anime would die except for 86, would you have taken that deal? No.
Okay.
You would have not taken that deal.
No.
Sandoff, let me be honest though. Answer this. Would you have been mad if Bungo won?
I wouldn't have been mad,
Bunghole.
but 86 is just so top, man.
But you gotta admit, the first 2 seasons of Bungo Stray Dogs though was really good.
They were really good.
Really good.
I have another what if for Sandy real quick. I'm sorry.
Gosh, please, just annoy me. Continue.
No, that's fine. Would you, if Yu Yu gets to move on until the last possible place, but Naruto beats it for the championship?
Oh,
Why is he trying to make us
Would you
sad?
have taken that over tonight's outcome?
I would never
You
even
would
take
rather
that.
you would rather it lose now.
never lose. I'd rather it never make the bracket.
Wow,
I would
that's-
rather never make the bracket.
That's cold blooded.
Holy crap,
Can we,
man.
Hey, Trevor,
I
can we
hate you,
stop
man.
bringing up Yu Yu Hakusho?
No, man, we will.
You're gonna make me sad.
We won't talk about
I'm
Yu Yu
gonna
Hakusho.
cry.
All right, this
Yu Yu
next
Hakusho-
matchup here is another one. No, I'm stopping you in your slander
Yu Yu
before you say
Hakusho.
this thing. This next matchup right here, if this right here might break me, I promise you right now. Number
What is
two,
it? Tell
number
us.
2, Your Lie in April versus number 15, Fairy Tale. I
This is-
promise you
Hey,
right now.
You know what's crazy?
I-
I already know who's gonna win. I'm already upset.
Listen, I promise you right now, if Fairy Tale beats Your Lie in April right now, I'm done.
Trevor's laughing just
I'm done. I am taking this microphone
Yo,
and I promise you I'm throwing it on the floor.
Send
because
off. We're screwed.
I promise you.
Look. One thing we might not agree
I
on a
haven't
lot,
typed
but
it.
we
Yes.
agreed that freaking
Yes.
Your Lie in April is a masterpiece.
Listen,
I've not-
here's the problem. It is a masterpiece. 100%.
I've not typed it in
Here's
yet.
the problem.
Hold on.
All right. Here's the
Okay.
problem. Fairy Tale's a 15 seed, and I guarantee you, he's got all of his kids voting on this survey. And they put Fairy Tale through, and I promise you,
that is not true.
Little Richard, I'm coming for you, bro.
is not-
I'm coming for
That's not true.
We got
That's
a
not true.
homeboy with the freaking tattoo.
All right, so
That's not
let me
true.
let me down easy, please. Let me down easy. I
Just shoot
cannot
us.
take
I'm laughing.
No,
I cannot take this right now.
Have you
Please just
seen,
tell me right
Trevor, have you seen Old Yeller? Just
Old Yeller.
take us out back and just
It's over. It's over.
Okay. All right. Fairy Tale wins by
Oh my
No.
I'm
God!
lightheaded.
Kill me
14.
now.
Are you serious?
14.
14?
14. I'm kidding. It
Throw my-
lost by 5.
Oh, okay. Okay, so your line April 1?
You're like,
You know, okay.
Listen,
you're seeking
all-
clarification.
that was such an emotional roller coaster
Dude.
that I could not even
Yo,
understand what was
look,
happening.
you got an anime where nobody dies. The power of friendship wins.
Okay.
Like, God.
You're we need to get I was laughing because as you were like having an existential crisis, I was imagining like the 19-year-old VTuber like YouTube like the images where it's like the guy so and so did what? Like I was seeing that with like us standing there and like, you dead in the background.
dead in the
Like
background.
Sandoval did what?
I
Bro,
promise you.
send off.
Yeah.
Listen, like, if the girl that died of cancer that gave the guy a letter would have lost,
I don't.
I don't think I could have gone
I feel
on.
like I lose all faith in humanity.
Can I
Like,
tell
that's
you guys?
just-
Can I tell you guys something? Before you voted, Fairy Tale won.
Are you before I voted?
Mhm.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
So I was
You-
decided factor.
You were
JD.
literally when
Oh,
when they talk
man.
about your vote matters, like today your vote mattered.
Dude, I guess I
Oh,
You
thank you,
you were the
JD.
only dude standing between him and a mental breakdown.
You know what's crazy though? Me
This
and
is
him
facts.
actually decided to watch Your Lie in
Together.
April together.
I know, no, I know.
And
I
we
know.
watched it and we're like, this thing is amazing.
Wins
So
by 5. It wins by 5.
Hey,
Thank you.
I guess it worked
Thank
out.
you. Oh my god. Slice of life moves on.
Hey,
to round
for sure,
2.
for sure.
And
If they
JD, go
hey,
ahead. Go ahead.
they're gonna lose in the next round, but it's okay. I'm okay.
They may.
I'm okay. As long as they lost to as long
Yes.
as they beat Fairy Tale.
Yes,
I
I
hate
agree.
Fairy Tale. Oh my
I agree.
god.
JD also was the last person that voted. He waited till
Very
the
last
11th
person.
hour.
Yeah.
So you literally it is so close.
Dude,
on
that
this
is
document.
wild, man.
Dude,
Yeah.
I swung the
Okay.
votes.
You were the swing vote. I can't.
Okay.
We've had ties. We've had swing votes.
Listen,
All right, what's next?
JD, Joe Biden's America. Thanks.
Yeah, Joe Biden's America. Well, I was trying to build a infrastructure.
Clutch.
All right, let me run through these winners real quick. Okay. These are the matchups for the round 2 of Transfiguration Circle. All right, we have Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood going up against Soul Eater, which I feel like that's going to be a good classic matchup right there. Sword Art Online versus Magi. We also have in the next round the number 11 seed Ghost and Shell going up against the number 3 My Hero Academia. We also have, rounding it out, 86 number 7 seed going up against Our Lie in April. Or Your Lie in April, sorry. I'm so invested. It's Our Lie.
It is us. It's ours. We're playing the music here.
Yes.
I'm so glad
really
that
wish I was on that
we're
piano
the
right
pianists,
now.
so it
Yes,
doesn't matter.
Exactly.
I'm so glad that I laughed the entire time y'all were talking because that made all that so much sweeter.
So,
You're the worst.
yes, round 2.
This is why I get to do this,
Round
'cause I
2
get
is going to
to-
be straight fire. Like I'm telling you right
Are
now.
we gonna come back tomorrow for round 2?
for
We
sure.
are going to come back tomorrow, and we are going to talk about round 2, and which will get us to the Elite 8 matchups.
The Elite 8.
Yeah.
And then we will talk about the Elite 8 matchups on another pod. So
Yes.
So, thank you for tuning in for the Anime Madness Part 2. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2. We're going
Yes,
full
sir.
Attack on Titan style release. Yes. The rumbling is real, ladies and gentlemen. The rumbling is real. So thank you for joining us. Like and subscribe to the podcast. Follow us on all socials at Royal Geek Pod.
We have the power beyond.
That's right. For Sandy, Trevor, and JD.
Have we not done enough?
This is the Royal Geek Podcast Anime Edition. And sayonara, senpais.
Yes, sir.